I am Sara Gabriella Battelli. I'm an architect, interior designer, coach, and bioenergy healer. Accompany me on a ride through Europe. Learn everything about energy. Discover how your home holds the secret to becoming the person you long to be. And start transforming your life through the power of space.
All right, I have arrived at a building built by Le Corbusier. However, it's time for a gimbal review because I bought this gimbal and we will see how it works because it's the only gimbal you have which is handheld. And the camera, the GoPro 9, is so heavy that they actually built this. They provide this special piece for it. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the service of this people has been extraordinary. I was in Panama. I got the gimbal in America, got it shipped to Panama, had to go then to Europe, and realized that, oops, this wasn't working for the GoPro 9. So I wrote an email to them to China and they provided me with this piece which they sent by DHL Express to Switzerland. Replied to the emails in English, just perfect. It was really, really good. So the gimbal has got, oh my God, it just fell. No, it didn't. Okay, so when you receive the piece, you're gonna receive this and you will receive 2 screws and you will have to glue on, stick on. They provide you with the piece, this little piece here, because the GoPro 9 is so heavy. So you just stick it on. They have a particular little sticker they give you. You stick it on, it's perfect. And then you just screw it on. And let's see. The thing is that the uncomfortable thing is this. Usually you can put this gimbal back together. So you just turn this piece onto itself and you turn it back together and you put it into its little pouch. You can't do that because you're just going to be unscrewing and screwing and unscrewing all the time. So I didn't do it. I left it like this. I put it in a bag and I put some material like this here, which has got some stuff inside. You know, you use it for packaging, and so I put it in there because I don't have the time to all the time turn it on, turn it off, unscrew it, screw it on, etc. So you do this, great. You don't lose it inside the bike like I just have, and you screw it on. All right, so this is the gimbal. You additionally get this piece from Feiyu. You screw it on. What's going to happen is that the button here to turn on the camera is going to be hidden. You're not going to be able to use it anymore. So you just turn on your GoPro that this button works for turning on the camera and filming right away. Fine. So when you get the gimbal, Feiyu is going to send you, along with this piece, this weight and a sticker. So you stick with this, you know, super glue sticker, you stick the weight on, and then what's going to happen is that instead of this being completely disbalanced, you pull it out completely, you stick the weight on, and it's going to be balanced. So you secure this. Now what's going to happen is that because of this piece, you're not able to put the gimbal back together. So once you stuck it on, you cannot put the gimbal back into the pouch, which I think is fine. The only thing is that you have to invent yourself a little bag with something, a sock, whatever you want to, so that the gimbal doesn't get any hits when you're traveling around like me on a motorcycle, you know. So I just found something. All right, then you've got the gimbal set up. Now you turn it on here. First you turn on the camera, then you turn on the gimbal on the side here. All right, brilliant. So when you're holding this thing straight, the camera is actually going to balance straight. I know it looks a little crooked. That's the straightest you're gonna get it. So If you hold the gimbal like this and then you turn it on, the camera is going to fix in this position, so when you actually go straight, it will look down. So you have to turn the gimbal on while holding it horizontally, okay? That's the first thing. The next thing is you can't be playing around with the camera when you've got the gimbal on, because you're gonna be destroying the gimbal. Did that before. So you have to turn on the camera, either control the camera with the app on the phone, or you just work like this. That's what I did yesterday. I filmed a lot of things like that, and I would just let the camera go. But it was kind of following me, you know, it kind of follows you a little belated, but it does follow you. So that's fine. Now, however, when you want to do a pan, a vertical pan, you need to pull out the app no matter what. So the idea of this gimbal for me is I'm going to be traveling through Moroccan souks and all sorts of markets, all sorts of stuff. And I don't want to have this intrusive piece in my hand. I'm just, you know, with a big stick and whatever. So I'm just going to have this one, hide it next to my body, and I'll be able to record different types of images, more authentic. I don't like this to be so intrusive. Okay, fine. Here's the app. I've got the gimbal in my hand. It's turned on. It needs to be turned on for the app to work. And then remember that you're having this thing in one hand, right? Sorry, I'm filming with one hand now. Just had the camera in my mouth. Okay, fine. In case you're surprised, how did I do that? Okay, so you've got this like this. Now look at how this works. Your finger needs to be super sensitive. Look. Pull very, 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 very little. And the camera turns down. Very little. Otherwise your pans are at the speed of light. See? And they pan, the camera literally turns, I mean, oh my God, look at that. Okay, so, as soon as you've got it down on how to smooth this out, it's actually really good and really simple to use this app, very intuitive. So you can do your pans in the direction you want. The only challenge is that you have to be, you know, holding this thing in one hand and then in the other hand you're playing around with the app. I don't know exactly how that's gonna happen once I'm in the market, but we will see, I guess. And then again, now this camera is off. To turn it on, because the gimbal is on, don't forget to first turn off the gimbal here. And then you turn off the camera, otherwise with time, you're gonna destroy the gimbal.